Good morning, everyone. We've got a guest joining us today for our live stream. Her name is Monica from Journaling All Day. So I'm just going to send over an invite. And thanks for joining our live stream. We've got a slightly different time today, but we do these live streams every week on Sunday and Wednesday. Hi, Monica.
Hi.
And so, Monica is joining us as our guest, and I was just introducing a bit about the live streams. We're switching the time up a little bit today, but thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining Monica.
Thank you too. Thank you for the invitation.
So today we're going to be crafting. We're going to chat a little bit about what Monica does at the start, but what is the craft that we're doing today, Monica?
We are going to do a 3D spread and try to learn, some of you who doesn't know it already, how to make a 3D journal spread. That's my goal for today.
Awesome. I'm very excited because I've never actually done a 3D spread before. And my biggest question, maybe we'll start with this, is what do you actually put it on? So I originally thought I would do it in a notebook like this, but one of the issues there is that it's a hardcover. Can you show us what yours looks like, Monica?
Yes, mine is actually has soft cover, like it's still cardboard, but it's like a soft one, not like a real journal one, like a thick one. Because otherwise you cannot close it, because as you can see, it is very thick, and this one isn't even thick enough. Like, you should see my mini one. This is how it looks, and I actually have half of it to go. I mean, I still need to fill half of it.
When you it's probably like a semicircle.
Yes, I actually did a lot of spreads in this journal, but I had to remove them all and put them in a box. But for this one, I figured I should leave them all in here to see every time when I start a video, to let people see how chunky it is.
That's so cute. I mean, I really like the little ones. Those have kind of grown in popularity, I think, over the past little while.
Yes, if I can still find them, then it would be amazing. But it looks like I cannot find it this time. The really small one. I actually, to be honest, I was one of the first one who actually used that little one. I use it last spring and last summer, and now they are very popular. When I did it, they were not as popular, but I don't know if I can find another one. No, I can't, and I will not waste your time. Okay. It decided to appear.
That's so like perfect, because my desk is a mess right now too when I'm crafting, and I always like can't find, and then it's like right in front of me. So.
Yes, but I actually cleaned my desk for this one, so it should be easier for me to find it. But it was like sitting right before me, and I couldn't see it anymore. So like this one, it's very little, and I actually did a single spread in here, a single page, and it was really challenging, to be honest. Yes.
Wow. And what tools do you have to use? Because you can't just use your fingers in the little one.
Yes,
Right?
of course. I actually use a lot of tweezers, but like the pointy ones, and I stop myself with them all the time, and because they are very pointy. They actually stab your finger, so it hurts. But what people don't do for art, you know. And like I mentioned on TikTok, I actually cannot use my fingers that well, because I have long nails, because they have to look pretty in videos. So I have to use all the time my tweezers. So they are like my go-to, tweezers and scissors. Both of them.
I'm seeing a couple people saying hi from where they're from Spain, and there were a number of others. I just remember Spain, and someone asked, where are you from? So
I am actually from Europe too. I'm from East Europe, a small country named Romania, but I believe right now everybody knows about Romania since the Ukrainian and Russian war. We are neighbor to Ukraine, and yeah, that's something sad, and we don't want to speak about it. But I am actually from Romania, and so do you. But you live in Canada, so we can actually keep this life and speak in Romania if you want. But I guess you don't. You will not be able to understand us very well. Not that my English is the best, but like at least you can understand what I am trying to say.
yeah, it's always amazing how many people from all kinds of, all around the world join us. And I've already seen a few people say they're from Romania as well. So I
Yes, that's amazing.
bună, sunt,
And we have actually it's bună as well, but we do say salut, which sounds like salut in France, français. I actually learned French for 10 years in school, but I don't remember anything. And English, I actually learned it myself.
that's amazing. A lot of people are saying your English is fantastic, and
Thank you. Thank you so much.
it's really cool to know so many different languages. And what was I? Oh yeah. So aside from the journaling, I mean, I didn't actually ask you to mention a bit more, but besides 3D journaling, what else do you do online on Instagram and your TikTok account?
Well, I do 3D journaling. I sometimes do weekly planning, but not so much anymore. I do some crafts like making folders for your pen pals or learning how to do different things. Well, let me show you something. I actually did a pop-up spread, let's say it like this, for a challenge, and it's in a tin, and if you open it, it actually pops, it's something like, and me and my friend, we are, and that's a secret, are actually trying to wanting to show how to make them, and maybe we can do a challenge of our own too in the future. So
Sounds fun.
yes.
So people can follow your account to find more info if you do run that challenge?
Yes, my account is journaling all day. Don't ask me how I came up with this name, but I didn't want people to know my name that it's Monica, but now I think everybody knows that this is my name. Because I was really I am a shy person, and I was really skeptical when I started sharing everything, because I was afraid that people might not like it, that my stuff isn't good enough and things like that. So I was like, I don't want my friends to know that I'm doing this, because they will tease me a lot about it, and they do now, and they still tease me about it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I started off not sharing what my name was or anything, keeping it private, and now everyone knows, and it's just a fun joke with my own personal account, Mistral Spirit. So
Yes, yes.
I also am curious, you said that you were one of the first to make the small notebook. So how do you, like, what even made you think to make journaling in a tiny little notebook?
Well, I actually, I was not basically the first one, but I saw it on someone else, and I was, oh, that's actually a pretty nice idea. So I bought a tiny little journal, and I started to do a lot of these spreads, and they were actually pretty popular on my TikTok compared to the other ones. So I was like, how can people do uh, spreads in such a tiny little guy? So I challenged myself. I have another one. I don't think I can find it now. I only use print-on stickers, like they like tattoo stickers, and it was really fun doing that one. I might think I will start something like this in the future too. But yeah, I started to use this tiny little guy way back then when it wasn't that popular. But now I cannot use it anymore because I find it to be really small for me, and I'm used to do 3D spreads, and I cannot do a 3D spread in that tiny guy because I cannot do two of them, and
It'll fill up the whole thing.
yes, it will be tear apart.
So, I mean, we can flip our cameras, but I did have one more question that I think is really interesting. You seem to like to challenge yourself with your crafting and your spreads and like even going into the tiny journal. And I asked you this on TikTok, but what do you do outside of all of this? I think you like to challenge yourself.
Yes, I like to work a lot. I might say I actually am an economist. I studied finance and banking. I know you're studying marketing because I am watching all your lives every time they are available to be watched. And outside of that, I'm a student as well. I'm a PhD student. I study finance. I actually study monetary policy, the ones that central banks are using in order to keep our economy working, and stuff like that. It's very Yes, it is very interesting, but it's very hard and difficult to make. And because I am a PhD student, I have to teach other students. So I'm basically a professor as well. So I go to my local university and I do classes with my students as well. That's why this live is this hour, because I wasn't available to do it at its usual time at 10 a.m. for you, because I had to go and teach students.
That's amazing and so inspiring that you're, getting after. I mean, someone said, "Get it, girl." I pinned the comment.
Yeah, she's actually my best friend. She's from Canada too.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I mean, congratulations on all that, and good luck with your PhD too. Thanks for taking the.
Thank you. Shall we flip the camera and start? Okay, let's get it. Okay.
All right. So what do we start with? Like, how do you get started with something like this?
Well, I actually like to make my background. I use a lot of papers, like textured ones, like you can use book pages,
Wow.
textured papers like this. I really like these types of papers. This is actually a handmade paper made by a friend of mine, and I'm going to actually use this one. It has gold sparkles in it. So I basically, because like I said on TikTok, I like the sounds of tearing paper and peeling stickers. I'm actually going to tear this page. And because it's a handmade paper, this type of things don't work on it. So I actually use a double-sided tape like this one, this big guy.
Wow.
So I cut some pieces of it and stick it to my journal.
That's,
and here, sorry.
so I was just going to ask, or mentioned that was one of my questions too, like these papers that are very textured.
Yes.
What should people look for when they're trying to glue those in?
Yes, I actually, like I said, I use this double-sided tape, like the thin one, really thin one. So I peel the sticker off and I um, glue my new paper. So now I have two beige papers, but one has gold sparkles in it.
It's very
So
pretty.
thank you. I don't know if I should use this one too, but let's go for it. Like, you send me some questions, and if you hear me really loud, it's because I always stand up when I'm journaling. I cannot do it sit down at like I cannot, because I have to see it from the top to make sure everything is straight, even though sometimes it's not actually all straight all the time. But
I
that's life.
it's more important, right? So that you know that how it looks from above.
Uh, yes, for me too. Like, and if I like I mentioned on TikTok, I usually do a lot of spreads in one day, like even 8 spreads in one day, because I am kind of busy. After I finish all of them, my back hurts a lot, and I don't think it's because of my age, because I am a little bit older than the average journaling accounts. But I think it's because I am sitting in this position for too long.
It's probably better to stand than sit for too long.
Yes, because at work I sit all the time, and my back hurts from there too. So whatever I am doing, I'm not doing it right, it seems. Okay, so I actually finished with my paper.
I'm just trying to find my glue, but you can do the next step because I'll catch up.
Okay, because I don't want it to be too long and people to be bored by the end of it. Because sometimes this type of spreads usually take a lot of time, especially the big ones. So I'm trying to make it a little bit faster. So after I glue my papers, which can be whatever type of papers you like, I usually use a lot of frames. I pre-cut them because it takes a lot of work to cut them, like with a really high precision. Like some people think I'm crazy for cutting them like this, but you know, that's who I am. So I usually add this type of frames, like let's say this one, which is very pretty, and I like the colors. It's a brownish color, and I glue them on my paper. I want to show you my glue tape, which is really cute. It's actually, it has hearts on it. Everybody
What?
was, look, I don't know if you can see it. See? It
Yes.
has it has a lot of hearts on it. I didn't know when I ordered it, but when it arrived and I saw all these hearts, I was like, oh my god, they're so cute.
They're very cute. I've never seen that before.
Me neither. So I was like, oh, well, now that's fancy. Okay. So we actually go with it. Like, some people are asking me all the time, how to create this type of journals. And actually my advice to them is always to go with the flow. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like, I never, if I don't like something, I never remove it from my spread, because it's part of the process. And if I actually try to remove it, it might damage my spread. So you just have to go with your flow, because that's
Do
you
you
should
not
try.
plan much?
Excuse me.
Do you plan out your spreads beforehand, or you always just kind of just start?
Well, it depends. I usually uh, I recently actually plan out my spreads, like, not, oh, I'm going to do this and it's going to be this part, it will go in here, this one in here. No, I actually uh, gather a lot of supplies that I think they will look good together, and start cutting them, because otherwise, if I cut them while journaling, it will take me too long. Usually when I film a spread, it takes me about 20 to 40 minutes if I have everything prepared. But if I don't, it can take around 3 hours. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the patience for that. That's why I usually do them beforehand.
Okay. I know a lot of people were asking what got you inspired to journal. So what got you into it in the first place?
Well, like I mentioned on TikTok, I was not in a very good place last year during this time. So I had a lot of anxiety problems. Mm, I don't know why, to be honest. Maybe because I am a shy person and I overthink a lot of things. Um, but I was dealing with this stuff. So I went on TikTok and I saw some journaling videos, and they were super satisfying to me at that time. And they helped me with my anxiety. And after like a couple of months, in March last year, I actually started to make my own spreads. uh, I bought a lot of supplies that I don't use them anymore because I don't like them anymore. That was a big mistake for me. But uh, you know, I finally found my style, and I find a way to relax. Like, uh, whenever I felt anxious, whenever I felt like nothing is going the way I plan it, uh, I start journaling, and everything it's actually going.
More manageable?
Yes, like
Some,
I relax and I forget about everything.
yeah. That's very, I think that's very true for a lot of people with the journaling community and with, you know, creating spreads like this. Someone said here, thank you for sharing. You're brave and indeed helped me with anxiety too. So
That's
I, it's amazing that you saw these videos and you wanted to create them as well, and you did.
Yes, and like I said on TikTok, I am so very thankful for each and everyone who supports me. Like, at first, I was super anxious about sharing my stuff with other people, because I was afraid that they will judge me because my spreads are not as good as them, or are as other accounts. But uh, you know, right now I am very glad I did all of that, because uh, I'm really happy to where I am and what I'm doing right now, to be honest.
I'm sure a lot of people are very glad about it too.
Thank you. Okay, so I ended up adding a lot of random, because you can see it's pretty random what I did, of frames and memo pads. Some of them are. And now I want to use some more texture, because that's is what Monica does, which in Romanian actually is called Monica, not Monica, but it sounds very good in English too. Okay, do you want to ask me something?
I mean, we have some questions here in the chat if you want to take them now, or rather keep going.
Well, I was about to show you a fabric that everybody asks me about it, and I wanted to share it with them. So everybody was looking for this snowdrop net, is actually called, and I was about to use it. So there you go, that's how it's called, and you can actually find it on Amazon, on other big platforms like that. So if you want to find them, you now know where to get them. Okay, we can take some questions.
Sure. And we'll maybe we can share what that's called again on our stories if anyone didn't quite catch the name or the link or anything. So
Yes.
someone asked, where do you buy your stationery? So where do you get all of these things? You just said Amazon for the snowdrop.
Yes, but actually, like I said, I use a lot of die cuts, like this one. These are actually made by me, and you can soon find them in my shop if you're interested in this types of products. But like other stuff, like of course, all of my favorite washes are from the Washi Tape Shop, and I'm going to show you soon why I said I am saying this, because if you haven't tried it already, you can actually cut these washi tapes, because they have the release paper in here, and you can cut them into stickers and use them in your spreads. That's actually what I'm going to do today. I cut some of the flowers, and we are going to use them as stickers and other supplies. Others, if you want to know the links to other shops where I actually buy my supplies, you can find them in my description box. There's a link for everything in there, like not the specific um, the specific product I used, but like shops, you can actually find them all the time in there. So I am going to use my 3D stickers now. Okay, so for making 3D spreads, you can actually use these types of stickers, which are like something like foam, I think it is. I don't know if I say that correct, Ioana.
Yes.
It's foam, something
Yeah.
like. Yes, mine are square, but Ioana's are actually round, and you can actually stack them, and the more you stack, the more depth it gives um to your spread. Actually, Ioana's are very, very thick, which is perfect because I love them. I love the thickness of them. Like your spread is going to be super 3D.
Yes.
Actually.
I'm
So
glad I did a kind of like a card.
yes, because like I said, if you want to make a journal, a 3D page in your journal, having a hardcover, it's not really a good thing, because it will eventually bend, I believe. I don't know, I didn't try it, but that's I think it's how it works. So if you want to give a little bit of structure to your card, let's say to our frame in this case, I actually like to put a lot of them, because if I only put like, let's say four, one here, here, and here, if I want to place something on top of it, it might actually bend, and we don't want that, because it doesn't look crisp, let's say, something like this. Okay, so now I am peeling the stickers, which might take a while for me. This is all the things you you don't see in my reels, because I cut them out because it's too boring to watch.
Have you ever considered starting a YouTube channel, Monica?
Well, I actually did, and I still do, but you know, I live in a city, in a pretty big city, and even though I live in a city, I live in a residential area. Like, we have a lot of houses, and everyone has a dog in here. So, filming for me is very challenging. Like, there is always a dog who's barking all the time, and I have to cut all those parts and maybe mute them in my video. So I don't think if it would be very challenging for me, but I still think about it. We shall see. Okay, so I am very excited about this doily, if that's how it's actually pronounced.
Yeah.
I actually made them. It's a die cut. I made it with my embossing machine. So you can actually use your tweezers and make the flowers look 3D. Like, you can push the flowers and make them look 3D. I am going to sell them in my shop this weekend, so I really like them. Like, you can see they are kind of 3D. So I'm going to use this doily, which I made it already. It looks like this. I think it's very pretty.
Wow.
And it's something else, like I didn't see on anyone this type of doily. So thank you. Someone was saying that is very pretty, and thank you. So here's the thing: if you are doing 3D journaling, oh, yours, it's turning very pretty, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
I really like it.
I was thinking, like, which one are you talking about? But I'm the only other person on here.
I think if anyone is joining with us at the same time, I'm pretty sure that they are doing amazing too. But it was for you.
Let us know if you're joining if you're also doing this with us, by the way, in the chat.
Yes. So if you want to do a 3D journaling and you want to stack a 3D paper on another one, you can either add, like I added in for this one, I added only a square of my 3D stickers, but you can actually add one square for this part, this area, and stack two of them for this one to give a little bit of depth. We can try and do that, if that's okay, to see if I can do this fast, because it might take some time for me.
I think so I don't have a doily, but what I'm thinking to do is tape this on a piece of paper and cut it out in like a circular shape and do this
Yeah,
here.
that
So
that's a super beautiful idea actually. I use them. I actually like to use the Washi Tape Shop washi tapes. Like you know what I did with this paper? Like I uh, glued this paper on the left, or either the left or the right side of my spread. And sometimes I actually like to do that with washi tape because it's really pretty. And the buttercup washi tape, if I um, am pronouncing that right, it's actually one of my favorites. I just got it. um, and I really like. But actually, I remembered one of the questions we had in that um,
the
screenshot you sent me.
yeah.
Some people were asking what are my favorite washi tape sets from the Washi Tape Shop, and to be honest, I have a lot of them because I really like them. But if I was to choose one, I don't know if I can choose one, but I can choose two to be honest. I really like the floral essence one, the
Oh,
one this one, like, oh, I don't know, you can see uh like this one, and this one is from the floral essence. It's actually my second set. Like I I bought this
oh,
for the second time. Yes, and I really like this one, the fiori parfumi di primavera, I think it's called. In it's in Italian, if I believe. And actually these two one are, I think, my all-time favorites, but because you can actually cut this gold part and look like lace. I use that for some of my spreads before, and it actually turns out really pretty.
I
Yes.
love different ways that you actually use the supplies, like for various purposes. Even this, I haven't until recently. I didn't cut out from the washi tape shapes. Like there are
Yes.
washi tape flowers on them, and I only recently started doing that because we have this backing,
Yes.
and it's a game changer. And then what you were saying with using the lace, you put that on one of your stickers of a girl, right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me show. This is the girl that I will use later on. It's actually she comes from a pet tape. It is called. I don't know the brand. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I actually know that I bought it from India, and it took 6 months for it to arrive. It actually looked like this. If you can see, it's see-through. Her dress is always see-through. So I actually turned this dress into a real dress, and I used the washi tapes from the Washi Tape Shop. Oh, it stuck. It got stuck. Oh, it got stuck. I used the washi tape from the Washi Tape Shop to create her dress. So I actually used these ones, these two ones. I used the first one for the bottom part, and the second one for the top. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like lace, like she's having a lace at the top of her dress. So we are going to use this one later. So I I finished my doily, and I wanted to show you that if you want to create more depth to your 3D spread, you can stack these 3D stickers together. Like you can see, I only left one in here and two of them in here, and I'm actually gonna place it, the ones that part that only has one sticker, I'm going to place it in here. So if we look it from the bottom, you can see that this one, I don't know if I can show it properly. Properly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
No,
on
it
the other?
doesn't want to focus. This one is higher than this one. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, now my doily got ruined. Hello, flowers.
I'm getting so many good technique ideas from you.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
so this one will have just one, and then I'll layer two onto all of these, right?
Yes, and you can stack them on the one that already have them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm thinking if I want to add more of them. I always like to make my spread pretty crowded. I had a comment recently. They were like, "Why are you stacking all that paper underneath? Because you place so many things above it, and at the end you cannot even see it anymore." And like, and I was like, "I know, but you know that's who I am. Like, I like to do a lot of things and." Uh, I actually know that it's there. Then that's
That
what.
that you know that that's so funny.
Yes, because they were like, "Why are you placing all that paper underneath and we cannot see it anymore?" Well, trust the process.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you know that there is a paper underneath it, even though you cannot see it anymore. Like we did with these frames. Like I cut these frames, I placed them underneath, but you cannot see it anymore. They are undercover. Yes.
Undercover frames. Someone
Yes.
said, "When you're happy, do it, girl." So
Thank you. Okay, I really, yeah, I want to see it. Okay, that's perfect.
oh, it's almost on the other one there, so that's good.
Yeah,
Keeping
that's
it.
perfect.
That's so
Okay,
cool.
and now you actually have even more depth to your spread.
Yes.
Yes, that's perfect. Okay. So you see, now I can show you that I really am a teacher in my normal life, in my real life.
You're a very good teacher.
Thank you. I actually wanted to be a kindergarten teacher, so I did that for my high school. I did a special high school for kindergarten teachers,
Oh,
but then I wanted more. I was like, I want to be an university teacher. I don't want to be only a garden teacher. But you know what? Now I am kind of an university teacher, and guess what? I want to be a kindergarten teacher.
oh,
Because if I were to be a kindergarten teacher, you know what's the best part? I can play with kids all the time, and I can craft a lot of things all the time. Like, imagine being a kindergarten teacher and doing a lot of these crafts. That's amazing for me, at least. That's my dream now.
the students would have so much fun if you
Yes.
were a kindergarten teacher.
Thank you. Well, to be honest, I am very nervous, and when I am nervous, I actually tend to speak a lot, but that's a secret.
You, I think this is going really well. I'm really enjoying it, and the craft looks so cool so far.
Yes, I'm so pleased with everything. So we can go to the next step. Are you wanting to place more things now? Okay.
I think I'll do. I'm trying. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm kind of using the same shapes as you are a little.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. But actually, I was the one who copied you because you did that before me.
Oh,
Yes, you were the one to place the a circle up there, and I was like, I should do it that too. Okay, so now I'm thinking about placing the girl, but I want to place it in here to look like she's a princess. She really looks like a princess, in my opinion, at least. Okay, I'm gonna use some 3D stickers for her too, because I want her to be super important. So I want everyone to see her.
I'm thinking to use the same technique again with like a sticker.
Yes, and you can actually if I can give you an advice.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to use that sticker, um, it will work better if you don't release the sticker, like if you keep the backing paper on and you actually cut it like you cut the frames.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if you understand my English, my Romanian English, but like I did with the flowers. Like, don't peel the sticker, but actually cut it, because if you peel the sticker, it will be bendy, and it
mm-hmm.
will and something like that. But if you keep that paper beneath it, um, it actually going to look a little more, I don't know, uh, a little more stiff, I might say, and
Mm-hmm.
it will look better, in my opinion. But you can do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Are you like the girl sticker? Are you going to put her on a piece of paper and then cut out the paper and stick that on, or do you keep it just like as a sticker?
I actually keep her as a sticker, but I didn't release the actual plastic that it's beneath her. Like, she still has that. She's not sticky.
Oh, okay. But would you be able to peel her off of?
No, I don't want to peel her off, because if I peel her off, this type of tapes, they actually tend to turn kind of transparent, and it will look bad. For at
Okay.
least in my opinion, I'm a very uh, I like everything to look perfect, even though sometimes I fail, but that's what I try to achieve.
Is that better? Like, if I take this sticker, because this is like a
Oh
regular.
yes, it's that one is actually a little bit thinner, but if you stick it on paper and then cut it, it's perfect.
Ah, okay.
My friend, she said that it's always perfect. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. She's such a good friend. She's always supporting me. She's like, and
There's so many.
there.
I had a chance to see them. Um, there's a lot of really kind words, and people are saying you'd make a amazing teacher.
Thank you. I wasn't able to read everything because I'm very concentrated here to peel all these stickers, which they will make my spread better, like prettier, but they actually uh, get on my nerves sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to place this girl. I hope that I'm going to place her perfectly, but that's always a challenge for me.
I'll um I'll ask another question. We have a bunch of questions in the question box. So if
Yes.
anyone you are if you anyone has a question, let us know in the question box. It's just easier so that we don't miss it in the comments. But someone said, "What's your valuable opinion given to a beginner?" So like, what would you any advice or tips for a beginner who's just starting out journaling?
So my advice for a beginner is to not do what I've done, like go all about and buy a lot of things that you like. 90% of them you won't end up using like at all, because since you're a beginner, you don't actually have your own style, let's say. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you are still wondering what style should I make this spread. You would make a spread in this style, then another in this style, then you'll find out about other accounts that you really like and you want to make spreads like theirs, and maybe they are using other supplies, maybe much fancier supplies, because all my supplies are super fancy. I don't like to admit that, but I actually spent a lot of money on my journal supplies. I would rather uh, go hungry for a week and buy the thing I want than not have it. I am just that type of person. So that's why I am actually starting to have my own shop, because uh, I don't have that money, that much money to buy all the supplies I want.
Mhm.
So I try to get some out of this. But what I was trying to say is to um, you know uh, I don't know how to say it. Not not even in English. I don't know how to say in Romanian either. But you have to wait a little bit to start by buying stuff that uh, like uh, bundles, like not the full uh, full set or anything. You should start little by little, and once you made up your mind about what spreads do you actually enjoy watching and you actually want to make, then you you can buy whatever you want. But my biggest advice to anyone who's starting and is new to this is, please don't buy all the things you see because it's a waste of money. And uh, if you're asking me like for tips for a new beginner, what to use, what to I don't know what journals to use, what supplies to use. That's actually all. Everything, it's up to you. Like whatever you want, that's what you do. Like a lot of people are asking me to share my tips about my spreads. How do I come up with them? But I honestly, like I said, I just go with the flow, man. Go with the flow, and you'll see either the result is going to be wonderful. If the result is going to be bad, that's okay too, because we all have our bad spreads and we don't want to share them with anybody. But we do have them. So uh, and if you feel like you are not growing, like, oh, I just started my account and I don't have a lot of followers, no, not everybody likes my not that they don't like it, but they don't have enough likes, you don't have enough views, just don't I don't know, don't be sad about it. Just continue to do it. If you have consistency, then everything is going to be perfect. That's what I say to all my friends. Just go, and even if the numbers are not no good anymore, even if it's frustrating sometimes, you just have to go, to keep going until you achieve what you want. So even if you're a beginner, a beginner, even if you're a full grown journaling account, that's an advice that I want to share with everybody. If I hope
That's
I hope I made sense in everything I've said.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic advice, especially with like not going out and buying everything and taking your time to find your style a little bit.
Yes.
That's a really good one, and a lot of people resonate with that. So
Thank you. Because I've been there, I've done that, so I don't want to other people to do the same mistakes like I did. So if I can help someone save some money and uh, invest in other things, or maybe, things like that, I would gladly do that, because that's at least that was an advice I wanted to receive at the time I started journaling, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And
So
what were some of those items that you bought that weren't like, what sort types of things find it really for you?
okay, can I say it? Like, okay, I'm not going to share any brand or anything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I bought a lot of supplies from AliExpress. Like, don't get me wrong, some things are really really pretty, but I was like, oh, I bought everything from there. Like, everything you saw on AliExpress. Well, this girl had it all, and guess what? I didn't use not even 1% of it. Like, everything was just sitting there. So I donated something. Some of them I actually sold in, like, uh stationery bags. I used to make stationery bags where I uh put a lot of supplies, like a different like, not only stickers but papers and frames and girls and everything you need in order to create um, an actual spread. So uh, I actually don't have them anymore. Like, I only have a few of them. But I was at some point in my life when I didn't have place to put my new things because of
Oh,
all the AliExpress things that I had.
were
So
were like, for example, right now you use a lot of these 3D stickers. You use stickers, washi tapes, and frames.
yes,
But lots of different types of stationery supplies. Like, are there certain categories of supplies that you personally have
like,
found?
yes, I actually really enjoy having this type. Oh, let me show you. I have one in here, like these types of things. It's like a memo pad. You can find a lot of them. This one is a fancy one because, like I said, I like to have a lot of fancy things. But, like, this one is from AliExpress. Like, I bought it for like uh $2 or something like that, and they actually um I don't know what if you can see, but you can actually um I don't know the right term to describe this, but you can actually make them in frames without cutting them. Like, they are just tearing apart like this. So
Oh,
I really like these types of things. I really like a lot of um, tapes. Like I said, I like the Washi Tape Shop tapes. I like the tapes which have a lot of girls in them. Like, I use a lot of girls. Here is a tape that only has girls, and they have like 20 girls, and I
mhm.
can use them for my spreads. Uh, I like using stamps. I really like using stamps. I really like the new washi tape stamps, to be honest, but I didn't get the chance to buy them more for now, but I will soon do that because from what I've seen, it's really good quality stamps, because some of them are really crappy, if you ask
Yes,
me. But
I've tried.
from what I've saw, from the pictures and everything, they look um, really good quality. Like, they don't have that thing that uh, you know I don't have them anymore, but like the oh okay, so here's some one from AliExpress. They have, oh, focus please. Okay, they
Mhm.
have these things that actually leave marks on your page, and I
Yeah.
don't like them. And I saw that the Washi Tape Shop have them more like this one. Let me show you. Like this one, they look similar to this one, if I
Yes.
am correct. and I really like them. I really like them. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited about them. They're a lot of work to make sure that they're just the right quality, and that's
Yes.
take iterations.
Yes, I am sure that's the case. And I'm really happy that yours are actually good quality. I mean, they really are. Let me show you a quick stem that I really like. It says in here, it's okay to be a little bit obsessed with stationery. And I think we can all relate to this one.
I love that.
Okay.
Are you adding any text onto yours, by the way?
Oh,
Or are
yes, but I was thinking that this place it's too empty for me, and I'm thinking of adding something to it. 1 second. Oh, I know what I can add. Wait for me, please.
I
If you
want to add something here
okay,
as well. I'm looking for something to do with an empty space.
if you don't know this about me, I am pretty much obsessed with butterflies, and I'm going to add a butterfly in here,
Ooh,
like this.
that's
It's shiny.
beautiful.
It's gold. I really like gold thing. To be honest, I don't like gold jewel. I never was able to pronounce this word. Jew. I don't know. Uh,
Jewelry?
yes, but I was never able to pronounce
Spelling
it.
it is even harder.
Yes, it's really hard, especially for the Romanian. But I don't like them. But I really enjoy gold accent stationery. So here is what I have for now. Okay, you are going to oh. So you're sticking a washi tape.
Yes, I
On...
make it a bit more opaque because if I stuck
Yes.
it on here, you'll see through.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm doing it like this.
I actually have these things. You can find them in USA and Canada really easily on Amazon or even in shops. But guess what? In Romania, they are super hard to to get. Like if I want to order this is like I don't know, like let's say $10, but I have to pay shipping for it $20. So it brings
Oh,
me to $30. So I actually asked one of my friends. She lives in UK, and I actually asked her to get me some of this, so that I can use them too, because I really like using this type of phrases, even though they're kind of, boring, some of them, but okay.
which one?
So I'm
Burn?
going to. You are about to ask me which one I'm going to use.
Yes.
Yes, because that's what I was about to say. Because I have all this gold accent, I was thinking about this one. It was little sparkle wherever you go.
Ooh.
So it looks. I mean, it kind of goes with the spread. So I'm gonna peel this off, and what I will do is actually I'm gonna cut it like this. Leave a little sparkle. Oh, okay. I
Did you make the butterfly yourself, by the way? And is that going to be also available in your shop?
No, I actually have this from my friend, Anna. She, the one, my best friend, the one who lives in Canada as well. She sent it to me. I don't. I am not going to have any butterflies of, unfortunately, in my shop, because I ordered a lot of die cuts from a lot of dies actually for butterflies. But guess what? They arrived yesterday and none of them worked. Like they
Oh,
worked, but some parts of them didn't cut, so they look really bad, so I'm not gonna sell that, because if I don't want to use it, then I'm not gonna sell that to anybody, because if I don't want to use it, then no one should use it. Okay. Oh, so I forgot to show you what I am doing. I'm sorry.
Are you just peeling off the words, or are you doing something with them before you put them on?
Yes, I was doing that, but I forgot to show you. So I'm going to I peel the words. They are not very sticky, to be honest. They don't stick too well on my paper, and especially on this mesh, on this net. So what I'm doing, I'm actually placing some 3D stickers. Look, in like this.
Mhm.
Okay, if they want, my phone doesn't want to focus. Okay, and then I actually
Ooh,
stick it, and it's actually kind of 3D too. Like I don't know if you can see, but it's 3D. So that's what I
that's
am doing.
even for the text. I wouldn't have thought that you would put the text because it's so small. Did you have to cut
No,
your phone or no?
actually, mine is perfect for that. Look,
Uh,
yes. So you know why I came up. I'm sorry for my English. Why I came up with this idea? Oh, it looks so pretty.
Thank you. I want to do some text as well, but we'll see. What I don't know what to write, so.
Yes. Um. Uh, I came up with this idea with using 3D stickers in order to make your uh, text look better, because I there was a time. Okay, I dropped it on the floor. It happens to me all the time. Um, I did it. I did this before, and uh, it looked very bad, like very, very bad. And I didn't like how it turned out. Okay, so now I have to remove them because they are placed too low. So I thought that maybe if I use 3D stickers, they will look better. So they did. So now sometimes that's what I actually do.
All about experimenting and finding.
Yes, yes, that's
And you mentioned like with the supplies that it took you a little while like to find your style, so you realized that some of the supplies you'd gotten you didn't like and you're never going to use them. How do you actually go about, like, do you have any tips for people on how to actually find their style?
um that's a tough
How do
question.
you figure out
I
what you like?
actually found what I liked by um finding a lot of supplies that are were actually, I don't know how to put it in words. They were looking very pretty to my eyes. Like they were actually, whenever I look at them, they were really appealing to me. Like I really, really like how they look. So I started to get supplies like that, and after using them, like at first I didn't use them like I wanted. Like they were bad. There wasn't like the best. Like I can show you some of my. Okay, this is some of my old spreads. It's
Mhm.
pretty. Like I don't
It's
mind it, and I used a lot of supplies that I really liked, but it's not as beautiful as the ones I am actually doing right now. So this one I didn't even like I never post this one.
Mhm.
Posted. Yeah.
What about it that you don't like, or that you like? I don't know. What would you change about them?
Well, this one was too simple. It
Okay.
actually was too simple for me, and I don't know. I don't like how I use the colors. Like for me, using the right combinations with colors and finding things that go together very well, it's actually what I really like to do. Like this one I didn't like because I didn't like how I choose like the frames with the flowers. The frames were actually orange, the flowers were pink, and I added some random things to them, and I really didn't like the final result. So
So the color is pretty important, like the
yeah,
color.
to me, at least to me.
Mhm.
Okay, so while you are doing that, while you are doing your text, I am going to add uh, some accents to my spread. Like I really like to use these pearls.
Ooh,
They are
I,
really small.
they're pretty old.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, they're so pretty. Like I actually like to use the smaller ones. And what I like to do is to take them, and that's a lot of work for me, and place them in the middle of the flower. Not all the time, but sometimes I really think it adds another a beautiful accent to my spread and to my flowers. But they are really hard to manage. They go everywhere, but not where I want them to go. They
um,
have,
can I ask you one more question from the question box?
yes, of
I
course.
say that there's like quite a few new ones as well. So someone said, how many times do you do journaling a day? Am I normal doing a lot in a day?
um, well, my account is called Journaling All Day, but guess what? This girl doesn't journal all day because she has a lot of work to do, and my answer is I do that like when I film. I sit down and film for a whole day or at least half a day, and I film like if it's mini spread, I film like 6 7 8 how many I can that day. But if it's a normal spread, I actually do like 2 or 3 of them, and then I actually relax for 2 weeks. Like last time I did a spread, it was last week, yes, it was last week, so it was a week ago, and now I am doing another one. And sometimes I do like 10 of them, sometimes I do none of them.
You said to not ask you how you came up with the name Journaling All Day.
Yes. Because it was like, what name should I do? Everybody was journal with uh, X, journal with Y. And I was like, no, not journal with Monica, because I don't want people to know that this is Monica. Or Monica, how we say, because everyone, if they would knew that I was uh, behind it, they would laugh at me, especially my real friends, my friends from my real life. So I said, okay, I'm going to go undercover and I'm going to come up with an idea of another username. But this one was the only one I found, and I was like, journaling all day seems like a really nice activity I want to do. So okay, I will go to that with that. Okay, so I see what you're doing, and I really like that. And you know
Oh
what?
yeah, it's because you mentioned it. I wanted to try.
Yes, and now it looks like an actual lace,
Yeah.
and it looks super pretty. And with the middle part, I actually don't throw that away, and I actually cut that little vine, or how it's called in English. I don't know the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I cut that too, and I use it like something uh to decorate the paper too. Like we don't want to waste anything, even though like I said, I am not a scrapbooking account. I don't like to throw things away.
Yeah. There's always something you can do with all the extra
Yes,
scrap.
exactly. I was about to say it in Romania. Exact.
I mean,
some words are pretty similar in Romanian to English.
yes. It's funny because I find, so I speak Romanian at home.
Yeah.
It always ends up, like, I never speak faster than when I speak a combination. Just what comes first, that's the one that...
Yes, yes. And sometimes I'm speaking in Romanian, and then I forget how to say a word in Romanian, and I say it in English because that's what I remember. I remember the English way to say it, and everybody is like, you know English, okay. Do you want to brag or something? No, but I didn't know how to say it in Romanian at that time. Like, let's say I didn't know how to say carrot in Romanian, so I said it in English, and everybody, oh yeah, carrot, okay. You know?
I totally picture that. That sounds like Romanian type of culture. And
yes.
It's funny you mentioned carrot because I always confuse morkov, which is carrot, and
Carrot, yes.
How do you say potato again?
Kartof.
Because kartof, which is potato, sounds like carrot in English.
Yes, kind of, yes. So yeah, I do that too.
Monica, I was going to suggest we can take a couple more questions, and if we're not quite finished, like whatever you think, maybe I'll message you afterwards, but we can continue this another day just so it doesn't get too long today.
Oh yeah, I actually finished my spread. I was waiting for you, and once I was doing that, I added more things because we like to add a lot of things to our pages. Okay.
Well, I've just got a few little, like, I think I'll add these afterwards, and I'll share a photo of how it turns out, how it looks. And
perfect. So are we flipping the cameras? There are any
yes,
questions? Okay. So now I think I will look like, okay, but let's see how I turn the camera, because okay, like this. Okay.
I'm going to screenshot some of these and we'll answer them like maybe on stories as well or something, because really good questions.
We are looking very tired right now. We did a lot of work. I did a lot of speaking, even though I was nervous about it. But like I said, when I am nervous, I speak a lot, and I do speak a lot, unless I am new with someone, and I don't speak at all. I am that kind of person. But when I start to speak, I don't stop.
It was awesome. I've learned so much from you, and it was really fun to do it too. I had a lot of fun.
I did too, and I'm really happy with how both of our spreads turn out, and I hope people who watched us learned something too, because that's what I wanted, and
they definitely did. I've been reading the comments. I know you didn't get a chance to read all of them, but there were many so many comments about all the things you were saying, and people love the craft that you do. So someone asked, can we see pictures of your finished work? We always share that to our stories, so take a look there. And the replay of this live stream and everything Monica said will be on our YouTube channel and our Instagram videos. So if you missed anything, you want to watch it again, or you want to actually follow along maybe next time, then by all means, go check that out. And let's maybe take 3 more questions from our question box.
Yes.
I'll choose ones that are quite different from what we've talked about so far.
Someone me how old I am. I'm pretty old. I am 27. Okay, and someone asked me at what age I started journaling, and it was 26 because I started journaling last year. So I so that's I remember this from what you sent me.
Do you have a background in art? Because, you know, how did you start and get so good within just a year? Did you ever do any of this before?
No. Ah, okay. So if I remember correctly, when I was in middle school, my grandparent used to buy me a lot of magazines, and I cut all my favorite artists because we didn't have a lot of internet that time. So once a month, my grandpa went. Oh, sorry. Something. Everything is falling apart. My grandpa was visiting a big city. I was growing up in the countryside, and I actually cut all the favorite artists that I liked at some at that certain time, and actually glue it with like not fancy glue and everything. I glue them with scotch. That's how we say it in Romania. It's like that see-through tape. Yeah, that's one. I don't know how it's said in English, but we say it's scotch in Romania, which sounds like alcohol in English. Yes. Um, yeah, so I actually glue them with that type of thing. So that's how I actually started. But uh, any background in arts I don't really have. But as a kindergarten teacher, you have to know how to sing a little bit, you have to know how to draw, how to paint, and we learned for 4 years this. So I think this actually helped me a lot with this type of things I'm doing.
So you were quite crafty in high school as well.
Yeah, we did a lot of arts, and we actually painted walls. Yes, we did a lot of things. We painted on glass. We painted on all the stuff everyone paints on. Like everything you think you name, I painted. I painted that. It wasn't the best, but at least we tried.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, it really was. I miss those days, to be honest.
Um, let's see. Oh, I mean, this is a fun one. We kind of chatted about this a little bit, but it's a great question for people starting out. Do you get inspired from the products you already have, or you come up with a theme first and then you choose the products?
Most of the time I actually get inspired by a product, to be honest. I start with a product. I like a product, so I do my spread all around it. Like I find things that go well with that product, so I use it as the main piece of my spread. Let's say it's like this.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And another question was about how long do you do this for? So,
like how long does it take to make a spread?
yeah.
Well, if it's pre-cut, if I have everything pre-cut, it's like, let's say 20 to 30 minutes. But if I don't, it takes me like even 3 hours. Let me show you one that I don't know if you like this cover. This is my cover. This one I did it off camera, and I'm very sad because I wanted to be able to film it, but like I did this one for a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this, and it has a lot of I don't know, see-through things. Like I cut a lot of things from, you can see my finger in here. You know how much this one took me? It took me around 5 hours. So
Wow.
yes, it depends.
All in Like all at once?
Yes, I like started from 6 p.m. and I finished at 12 p.m. But I had a 1 hour break to eat because I had to eat between it. So it depends on what type of spread I am doing. It depends on how big it is. It depends on how intricate it is, if I say that correctly. Yes.
That's beautiful though. And so I think we've got most of the questions, like some of these things we've talked about in the live already, but I wanted to wrap up with asking you where people can find more of the things that you create and where they can check out your shop.
Yes. So my handle for both TikTok and IG. On TikTok, I don't post that much anymore because the algorithm is never on my side, because all my videos show up to the Romanian audience and no one likes journaling in Romania, it seems. So I'm always shadow banned, because if someone doesn't watch all your videos are getting shadow banned for a couple of days or weeks or so on. So that's sad to me, and I don't use TikTok that much anymore. So my main account is on Instagram, and it's journaling all day. And my shop, I have a little shop where I sell mainly die cuts, like the ones I show you earlier, or the ones that I end up using in my spread, and it goes like journaling all day sells, like she's selling something. Journaling all day, not Monica. Yeah.
But we'll share all of those links on our stories, and there were a couple things I wrote down to share as well. And there are some questions. I've screenshotted all the questions, so Monica, maybe I'll send those over to you if there are any that you want to answer on your stories. And
of course, yeah.
As well, so that we make sure we answer everyone's questions. There were so many good ones. So
it was really fun for me, to be honest. Thank you for inviting me. I was really nervous, but I think we did a pretty good job. Like two Romanians in one room, kind of.
It was awesome. It was so nice to meet you finally as well.
Yes, so to me too. Yeah.
And thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for the amazing questions you sent in. And yeah, I'm sure people loved to see your work, your process as well. So yeah, thank you again, Monica. And we'll post everything on our story. So make sure you check that out.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.